any sale makes sense. For Arsenal, the challenge is not only convincing Bruno, but also convincing Newcastle that selling is their best interest. Why should Arsenal prioritize? If Arsenal could sign only one of these players, who should it be? There are arguments for both. Vinicius Jr., elite one-on-one ability, proven performer on the biggest stages, could transform Arsenal's attack. Bruno Guimaraes' Premier League experience, midfield control, leadership, tactical flexibility. Ultimately, the decision would depend on Arteta's priorities. If Arsenal believes they need another world-class attacking threat, Vinicius Jr. would be the obvious choice. If strengthening the midfield is priority, Bruno could be the better fit. Either signing would represent major statement of intent. As things stand, in our final verdict, both stories remain transfer rumors rather than completed deals. Arsenal have been linked to top-class players because of club has established itself as one of Europe's strongest teams. That naturally attracts speculations. Until official announcements are made, supporters should stay excited, but also patient. The transfer window often produces surprises, and negotiations can change quickly. If either Vinicius Jr. or Bruno Guimaraes were to arrive at the Emirates, it would be one of the biggest moments ever. But for now, we'll continue to follow every credible updates as story develops. That is all the for now's Arsenal show. Do you think Arsenal would go all for Vinicius Jr.? Would Bruno Guimaraes be the perfect addition to, or do you think Arsenal focus on other targets? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications so you get the latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. Watch and I'll see you. We are covering one of the stories involved in both team, Arsenal have the Madrid's even to story Palace will on could sign both Brazilian stars in one transfer window, or are these ambitious rumors running ahead of reality? Today's video will examine the reports, what we know, what remains uncertain, how both players would fit into Mikel Arteta's plans, and whether these transfers are genuine. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you rather Arsenal sign or Bruno Gomes or both? Thank you for joining us and welcome to this channel. Now, let's begin with Vinicius Junior's story. When Arsenal supporters hear the name Vinicius Junior, most immediately dismiss the idea. After all, we are talking about one of the biggest names in the world of football. Champions League winner, a Brazilian international, one of Real Madrid's most exciting attacking players. Players of this caliber rarely become available. This is why recent reports have generated so much excitement among Arsenal players. According to the report, Arsenal have submitted what has been described as a final proposal in that to pursue player and his representative it is important to distinguish between different transfer reports. Some reports refer to discussions with the players representatives the refer club to club associations different have presented varying levels and no official confirmation has been made by Arsenal or Madrid. That means it claims that transfer is nearing completion with caution positive confirmations. Still, the fact that Arsenal continues with player is quality shows how Abu's ambitious are being. Over the past few years, Arsenal have evolved. They are no longer there for fourth place. They are competing for Premier League titles. They are complete. They are attracting a light-tongue player like Vinicius, who would send perhaps the biggest statement in the world of. So, what Arsenal want? First, explosive pace. Very few defenders can keep a long distance. Light dribbling. He consistently won. Big game experience. Played in Champions League finals. International tournaments. He understands pitch. Unlike some star signings, Vinicius is in his prime years. I potentially build around him for many reasons. Imagine attack featuring Bukayo Saka wing. Vinicius Jr. mounting chances behind the covers, buying defenders. Suddenly, Arsenal possesses a frightening speed on both sides to stop attacks coming from. And an obstacle to Real Madrid sell. It's the biggest question. They keep their biggest, however, squad planning, contract situations, financial priorities, all these transactions really demand an enormous for which yet move would almost rank among expensive in Arsenal's. Why analysts cautious despite the excitement? Let us look how this team. Let's imagine Arsenal in case they where exactly would he emphasize left wing? Nelly has been, but Vinicius brings another level at the height. He tries 1 versus 1, he stretches and he forces double marking. Yet most defenders trying to on the left attacks from the right lines. Suddenly Arsenal become possible to predict Arteta long rotation. Comfortable drifting with off he channels. He can counterattack at incredible speed. Arsenal's attacking philosophy. Decisions through would structure accommodation. Mark sign. Real Madrid agree. Would himself want to lean over the world's biggest. The story should as one. So let us first time a channel, and you can also this live at the channel also. The we looked at join the why Arsenal to signing as attack. Let us start Brazil, who has been heavily linked with Castle United midfielders. As for the dreams. Makers at New to let him until shock their clubs speculate and completed Bruno such an attractive target. When Bruno are Premier League, maybe he would adapt immediately. So he has League's most defenders. He is comfortable all under predicted of he wins tackles. He met and he when they are the quality for a modern player who are tactically intelligent and cons. Brooks or Bruce. Why the deal? Admire Bruno. Simple. Newcastle don't want to play most. Bruno is more than just he's a leader. He's one of the fastest being that require approval. Meet a substantial offer. Newcastle would have to decide willing making sense. This deals forward. Now, Bruno fits system. Arsenal picture him along Martin Odegaard and Declan. That in consequences field come the other. Relying on things, if Arsenal would have space together, the successful. Could ask that is question one is really both Vinicius is in the same transfer window. It would be a must. Likely for fees and significant. Consider financial and balance of the squad does make it changing. Any budgeting players sales is for negotiation. No. If first time I want you once again to sub channel and share this live. If you discuss Arsenal interested in junior and challenges competitions, I would ask if both players are right. Could this be the wins that also be for the UEFA Champions down? Strongest 11. David Ryan, Arsenal's number ability to play is part of making the back would still have one in England. Offers defense overlapping runs and gap continue to Europe. The pattern. A left back was Lewis opening on Arteta provides ability. Bredish can compete with the real transfer further. If Bruno Gomes midfield could become, imagine this protects the defense. Gomes, Martin Odegaard and opposition and defense. Right as it yet make Arsenal of relying on the player responsibilities shared to defend deep. Passing B, he press Arsenal planes. Dream attack to Bukayo Arsenal's from the left, Vinicius dribbling and ability on have than that Victor Gyökeres to Manchester on one side, other stay narrow and cut the wide in the middle. Defend this. Who comes to one question: how do you pay for like junior and Bruno? Certainly require setting free wage bill ones in recent, but the club finance. Don't to just with financial implications. Bruno Guimaraes could fit the Mikel into as the biggest. How it is transparent stand with admire is among the people as significant. Neither Arsenal Madrid as fine club that is for window contact with the preliminary albums and linked for it to transfer. The rumors had excitement. Assuming is likely. Bruno Guimaraes presents different situations. Unlike Vinicius Jr., he has consistently performed at high level for Newcastle United. From Arsenal's perspective, that reduces the uncertainty that often comes with overseas transfers. However, Newcastle view Bruno as one of their cornerstone players. Unless the club decides to sell or receive an offer that they simply cannot refuse, any deal would remain difficult. That is why reports suggesting that key decision makers must approve any sale makes sense. The challenge is not only convincing Bruno, but also convincing Newcastle that selling is their best. Why should Arsenal prioritize? If Arsenal could sign only one of these players, who should it be? there are arguments for both. Vinicius Jr. elite one-on-one ability, proven on the biggest stages, could transform Arsenal's attack. Bruno Guimaraes' Premier League experience, midfield control, leadership, tactical flexibility. Ultimately, the decision would depend on Arteta's priorities. If Arsenal believes they need another world-class attacking threat, Vinicius Jr. would be the obvious choice. If strengthening the midfield is priority, Bruno could be the better fit. Either signing would represent major statement of intent. As things stand, in our final verdict, both stories remain transfer rumors rather than completed deals. Arsenal have been linked to top-class players because of club has established itself as one of Europe's strongest teams. That naturally attracts speculations. Until official announcements are made, supporters should stay excited but also patient. The transfer window often produces surprises, and negotiations can change quickly. If either Vinicius Jr. or Bruno Guimaraes were to arrive at the Emirates, it would be one of the biggest moments of Arteta's era. But for now, we'll continue to follow every credible update as the story develops. That is all for today, for now's Arsenal transfer special. Today, do you think Arsenal would go all out for Vinicius Jr.? Would Bruno Guimaraes be the perfect addition to the midfield? Or do you think Arsenal should focus on other targets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into this, like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Today, we are covering what could become one of the biggest transfer stories Arsenal have ever been involved in. Reports claim Arsenal have made what is being described as a final offer for Real Madrid superstar Vinicius Jr., with some reports even suggesting negotiations are moving closer to conclusion. At the same time, another huge story is developing. Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimaraes continues to be linked with Arsenal, but insiders say any deal will depend on two key decision makers agreeing to let him leave. Could Arsenal really sign both Brazilian stars in one transfer window? Or are these ambitious rumors running ahead of reality? In today's video, we'll examine the reports, what we know, what remains uncertain, how both players would fit into Mikel Arteta's plans and whether these transfers are genuinely realistic. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you rather Arsenal sign Vinicius Jr. or Bruno Guimaraes, or both? Thank you for joining us and welcome to this channel. Now, let's begin with Vinicius Jr.'s story. When Arsenal supporters hear the name Vinicius Jr., most immediately dismiss the idea. After all, we are talking about one of the biggest names in the world of football, a Champions League winner, a Brazilian international, one of Real Madrid's most exciting attacking players. Players of this caliber rarely become available. This is why recent reports have generated so much excitement among Arsenal supporters. According to the reports, Arsenal have submitted what has been described as a final proposal in an attempt to pursue the player and his representatives. It is important to distinguish between different types of transfer reports. Some reports refer to discussions with the player's representatives. Other refers to club negotiations. In this stage, different outlets have presented varying rates of certainty. No official confirmation. Madrid supporters should treat claims that the transfer is nearing completion with caution until authoritative confirmation emerges. Still, the fact that Arsenal continues with a player of Vinicius shows how highly the club's ambitions are being viewed. Over the past few years, Arsenal have evolved. They are no longer merely competing for fourth place. They are competing for Premier League titles. They are competing in Champions League. They are attracting elite talent. Signing a player like Vinicius would be the biggest statement in the world of football. So, why would Arsenal want Vinicius Jr.? There are many reasons. First, explosive pace. Very few defenders can keep up with Vinicius over long distances. Second, he consistently beats defenders one against one. Third, big game experience. He has played in Champions League finals, La Liga title races, international tournaments. He understands pressure. And fourth, his age. Unlike some star signings, Vinicius is still in his prime years. That means Arsenal could potentially build around him for many reasons. Imagine an attack featuring Bukayo Saka on one wing, Vinicius Jr. on the other, Martin Odegaard creating chances behind them, or another striker occupying defenders. Suddenly, Arsenal possesses frightening speed on both sides. Opponents would struggle to stop attacks coming from either flank. And an obstacle. Why would Real Madrid sell? This is perhaps the biggest question. Real Madrid traditionally keep their biggest stars. However, football changes quickly. Squad planning, contract situations, financial priorities, competing for places, all these factors can influence transfer decisions. Even so, Real Madrid would a transfer fee if they were ever willing to. And it's expensive in Arsenal's history. That is why many analysts remain cautious despite the excitement. Now, let us look at how Vinicius fits Arteta's system. Let's imagine with this lesson, Arsenal complete the signing. In case they complete the signing, where exactly would he play? The obvious answer is left wing. Martinelli has been excellent for Arsenal, but Vinicius brings another level of proven experience at the highest level. He thrives in one versus one situations. He stretches defensive, forces double marking. That creates, imagine, defenders trying to contain Vinicius on the left, while attacks then leaves the lines. Suddenly, Arsenal become almost impossible to predict. Arteta loves positional rotations. Vinicius is comfortable drifting certainly. He combines well with overlapping fullbacks. He can attack inside channels. He can counterattack at incredible speed. All these qualities fit Arsenal's attacking philosophy. So, there are still questions though. Would Arsenal wage structure accommodation such as Mark signing? Would Madrid agree to negotiations? Would Vinicius himself want to leave one of the world's biggest clubs? Those questions remain unanswered, which is why the story should still be viewed as a developing one rather than a complete one. So, let us, if this is your first time, please subscribe to this channel, and you can also share this live and share the channel also. So, as we said in the first part, where we looked at, if this is, you have just joined us, we looked at why Arsenal are reportedly pushing to signing Vinicius Jr. and how we could transform Mikel Arteta's attack. Let us turn our attention to another who has been heavily linked with Newcastle mid Bruno Guimaraes. Reports suggest Arsenal admire Bruno, but any transfer would depend on key decisions. Makers at Newcastle's agreeing to let him leave until there is official confirmation from their club. This remains spending Bruno such an attractive target. When Bruno arrived in the Premier League, many wondered whether he would adapt quickly. He answered those questions almost immediately. He's joining Newcastle. He has listed as one of the league's most complete defenders. He is comfortable receiving the ball under pressure. He can dictate the tempo of, he wins tackles, he makes interceptions, and he contributes goals and assists when the opportunity arises. They are exactly the qualities Arsenal look for a modern midfielder. Arteta wants a player who are technically gifted, tactically intelligent, and composed in possessions. Bruno checks all those boxes. So, why the deal is difficult? If Arsenal admire Bruno so much, why hasn't a deal already happened? The answer is simple. Newcastle don't want to lose one of their most influential players. Bruno is more than just a midfielder. He's a leader. He's one of the first names on the team. Replacing a player of his quality would be incredibly difficult. That is why reports indicate that any move would from Newcastle's leadership. Even if Arsenal submit for, Newcastle decided importing sense means patience, negotiations in deals of forward. Now, how Bruno fits in Arsenal's system. Imagine if Arsenal is midfielder. Picture him along Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice. Could give us the strongest midfielders in Europe. Rice provides defensive stability. Bruno controls possession and progress the ball. Odegaard creates chances and links midfield with attack. Each player completes the other. Instead of relying on one to do everything, Arsenal would have specialists working together. The balance is exactly what successful teams strive for. Could Arsenal sign both? That is a tough one. This is a question, a tough one every Arsenal fan is asking. Could the club really bring both Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Guimaraes in the same transfer window? Financially, it would be a massive undertaking. Both players would likely command very high transfer fees and significant wages. Arsenal would also need to consider financial fair play regulations and overall balance of the squad. That does not possible, but it does make it extremely challenging. Any such moves would likely depend on careful budgeting, potential players' sales, and successful negotiations. If this is your first, I call upon you once again to subscribe to this channel and share this live. So, if you have just joined us, so we have this why Arsenal are interested in Vinicius Jr. and the challenges involved in completing deals of magnitude. Now, let's answer the biggest questions. Actual lineup. Could this be the squad that Premier League? Could it also bring enough for the UEFA Champions League? Let's break. Arsenal's strongest 11. Let's start goalkeeper. David Raya remains Arsenal's number one. His ability to play the back is crucial. Philosophy. The back four. Arsenal is the strongest defensive units in England. At right back, Ben White offers defense and supports attacks with intelligent overlapping runs. At centre back, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes continue to form one of Europe's best defensive partnerships. At left back, Miles Lewis Kelly, or an first choice open option, depending as selection provides energy, technical quality. The has already shown it can the very best. The real track would come for further forward. The midfield evolution, if Bruno Guimaraes joins Arsenal, the midfield could become the team's greatest strength. Imagine this combination. Declan Rice protects the defense. Guimaraes dictate possession. Martin Odegaard unlocks possessions position fences. Each player clearly defined role. This wins the ball, Bruno progresses it, or the balance could make Arsenal much difficult to press. And every one player to carry the midfield would be shared. It pass could be with his help on the Inicio Junior. No one field helps and strikers and strengthen that it from the services providers as trying to contain inside soccer attacks. The other has more space. Stay narrow and Arsenal can exploit the wings. Push wide and Odegaard finds gaps in the middle. This is why elite attacking trios are so difficult to defend. So, could Arsenal finance these deals? Another tough question right there. Every transfer window comes down to one question: how do you pay for it? Signing players like Vinicius Junior and Bruno Guimaraes could almost certainly require a huge financial commitment. That could mean selling fringe players, restructuring the way, prioritizing one mark signing over smaller ones, spreading transfer payments over much agreed between the clubs. Arsenal have shown in recent seasons that they are willing to invest heavily, have also been disciplined. The club need to balance ambition with long-term financial stability. So, still calling upon you to subscribe if this is your first time here, and don't forget to share this live. Subscribe to this channel. So, if you have just joined us, we've covered the possibility, the financial implications, and how Vinicius Junior and Bruno Guimaraes could fit the Mikel Arteta into that squad. Now, it's time to question: how realistic was a separate excitement from evidence? Where things stand. Starting with Vinicius Junior, there is no doubt, I admire elite attacking players, and Vinicius is among the best world football. Reports have suggested Arsenal have made a significant approach and that negotiations are progressing. However, neither Arsenal nor Real Madrid has officially confirmed the transfer in close to completion. That distinction is important. During every transfer window, stories often move through several stages: initial interest, contact with the representatives, preliminary discussions, formal offers, negotiations, agreement, medical, and official announcement. A player can be linked for weeks or even months without a transfer being completed. So while these have generated excitement, Arsenal fans should wait for confirmation from reliable sources before assuming the move is done. For Bruno Guimaraes, is it more likely? Bruno Guimaraes presents different situations. Unlike Vinicius Junior, he has consistently performed at high level for Newcastle United. From Arsenal's, that reduces the uncertainty when it comes with overseas transfers. However, so view Bruno their cornerstone players. Unless the club decides to sell or receive an offer that they simply cannot refuse, any deal would remain difficult. That is why reports suggesting that key decision makers must approve any sale makes sense. For Arsenal, the challenge is not only convincing Bruno, but also convincing Newcastle that selling is their best interest. Why should Arsenal prioritize? If Arsenal could sign only one of these players, who should it be? There are arguments for both. Vinicius Junior, elite one-on-one ability, proven performer on the biggest stages, could transform Arsenal's attack. Bruno Guimaraes' Premier League experience, midfield control, leadership, tactical flexibility. Ultimately, the decision would depend on Arteta's priorities. If Arsenal believe the world-class attacking Vinicius Junior would be the obvious choice. If strengthening the midfield is priority, Bruno could be the better fit. Either signing would represent major statement of intent. As and in our final verdict, both stories remain transfer rumors rather than completed deals. Arsenal have been linked to top-class players because of club has established itself as one of Europe's strongest teams. That naturally attracts speculations. Until official announcements are made, supporters should stay excited, but also patient. Transfer window rises and negotiations can change quickly. If either Vinicius Junior or Bruno Guimaraes were to arrive at the Emirates, it would be at the biggest moments of Arteta's era. But for now, we'll continue to follow every credible updates story develops. That is for today for Arsenal transfer special. Today, do you think Arsenal would go all out for Vinicius Junior? Would Bruno Guimaraes be the perfect addition to the midfield? Or do you think Arsenal should focus on other targets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into this, like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Today, we are covering what could become one of the biggest transfer stories in info. Reports have made what it is as Madrid superstar Vinicius Junior reports even suggesting negotiations closer to conclusion. At the same time, story is the Newcastle United midfielder Boone continues to be linked with insiders say decisions agreed could really days will examine the reports, what we know, what remains uncertain, how both players would fit into Mikel Arteta's plans, and whether these transfers are genuinely realistic. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you rather Arsenal sign Vinicius or Bruno Guimaraes, or both? Thank you for joining us to this channel. Let's begin with Vinicius Jr.'s story. When Arsenal supporters hear the name Vinicius Jr., most immediately dismiss the idea. After all, we are talking about one of the biggest names in the world of football, a Champions League winner, a Brazilian international, one of Real Madrid's most exciting attacking players. Players of this caliber rarely become available. This is why recent reports have generated so much excitement among Arsenal supporters. According to the Arsenal have submitted what has been described as a final proposal in an attempt to pursue the player and his representatives. It is important to distinguish between different types of transfer reports. Some reports refer to discussions with the players' representative to club negotiations. In this stage, different outlets have presented varying